Once again, the NFL's favorite magic trick. Be faced with one of your own caught with their pants down, literally or figuratively. Cower in high protection mode to keep that shield all nice and shiny. Pretend it doesn't exist, and then look for some weak-kneed cover-up, or to the idiot who face-planted to come out and make a watered-down joke of an explanation to try and put a lid on what is already something too combustible to contain. And right now, that disappearing act has a name. Mike Vrabel.
You know, I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive.
The head coach of the New England Patriots gets caught in a situation that reeks of compromised judgment, blurred professional lines, and personal recklessness, and the response is a shrug, a muttered, "Oh, private matter," and a league-wide pivot to anything else. No outrage, no sustained scrutiny, just the same tired, gutless choreography that we have seen for decades. Come on, let's stop insulting everybody's intelligence here, okay? This wasn't some harmless misunderstanding. This was a high-profile coach entangled with a high-profile reporter, Dianna Russini, in a way that instantly raises red flags about access, information, and credibility. You don't get to operate at that level where every word, every relationship, every whisper can move outcomes, locker rooms, and careers, and then hide behind,
"Move along, there's nothing to see here."
Can't do it. Because that's exactly what happened. Because in the NFL, the shield doesn't just protect the league, it protects the ecosystem. Coaches protect players, executives protect coaches, media protects access. And when all those interests align, the truth gets buried under a pile of credential requests and studio appearances. Damned if any member of the so-called legitimate media would dare to even whisper about coaches screwing reporters, reporters covering up for drunken or drug soirees of players, team owners sneaking away for the real deep tissue massage off campus.
Just weeks after winning the Super Bowl, the owner of the New England Patriots has been busted in a sex sting.
Cops saying that Robert Kraft received illegal services more than once.
Infidelities that would make Caligula blush. It's all buried under the guise of professional courtesy. Vrabel's statement to the media about this issue was embarrassing. It wasn't just embarrassing, it was insulting.
You know, we believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of a distraction. You know, and those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and, to ourselves.
This is crisis management for people who think the internet still runs on dial-up. Private matter is what you say when you get a parking ticket, not when your conduct calls into question the integrity of your professional relationships. Leadership demands clarity. It demands ownership. What we got instead was duck, cover, and hope the next headline bails everybody out. Hey, Mike, don't you dare, ever seek to lecture anyone about integrity, professionalism, leadership, representing the brand, or anything so useless now that you've been snared in the pictorial trap.
What my goal was, that I told everybody in the building, and I told Mr. Kraft, I told the coaches, it was to build a program that you guys and the coaches and the staff wanted to be a part of, that they wanted to protect. When you care about something, do you protect it? Yep. And that you were proud of it. That I'm proud to be a New England Patriot. I'm proud of the way that we do things.
Hey, I'm sure your wife and kids are just all smiles about the great man Daddy is and the liar we all know he is. Instead of wandering about with another crash course in how to blow up crisis management in one easy step, how about you show up as the man all this macho nonsense spits forward, take the blame, take the hit, admit your stupidity, and openly apologize to everybody involved?
Mike, who celebrated his 26th anniversary with his wife Jen Vrabel last year, said in an April 7th statement to Page 6, quote, "These photos show a completely innocent interaction, and any suggestion otherwise is laughable. This doesn't deserve any further response."
No? What, no guts? No intestinal fortitude? Coaches are always spitting about what is enviable in those who take responsibility for their actions? Cat got your tongue? Or something close to it. That wasn't an apology or an explanation. That was a bad performance art. It wasn't even worthy of a Razzie. But we've seen this movie before. Tiger Woods tried the silent treatment in '09, letting the story metastasize until it swallowed him whole. Urban Meyer laughed off a scandal in Jacksonville like it was a bad punchline until it cost him his job and whatever credibility he had left. When you minimize, deflect, and hide, you don't control the narrative, you surrender it. And let's talk about the questions nobody in the league office or on network panel seems eager to ask. If Vrabel and Russini were that close, what was exchanged beyond pleasantries? Information is the livelihood of the NFL. Schemes, injuries, internal tensions, these aren't cocktail party anecdotes. They're competitive assets. Was anything shared that shouldn't have been? Will lines crossed that go beyond optics and an actual professional misconduct? If you don't ask those questions, you're not doing journalism. You're doing PR.
NFL chief spokesperson Brian McCarthy tells ESPN that the organization is not reviewing Vrabel's behavior as part of its personal conduct policy, which requires coaches to avoid, quote, conduct detrimental to the integrity of and public confidence in the National Football League.
Which brings us back to the media. And it's not a comfortable conversation. There are plenty of reporters doing real work, asking hard questions and risking access to tell the truth. But there's also a sizable contingent playing a different game. Protect the relationship, protect the pipeline, protect the brand. Because being an insider is a lot more lucrative than being a truth teller. And when one of their own gets caught in a situation like this, the instinct isn't to dig, it's to deflect. Meanwhile, Robert Kraft and the Patriots sat quietly, hoping the storm passed. No strong statement, no visible accountability, just the same organizational instinct. Keep it internal, keep it controlled, keep it moving.
The new report that came out last night is that the Patriots mobilized to try to kill the New York Post story before the photos were ever posted.
That might protect the brand in the short term, but it erodes trust in the long term. And trust, once gone, doesn't come back because you won a few games in October. Here's the reality. This was never just about a weekend, a headline, or a set of photos. This is about standards, professional, ethical, and personal. It's about whether the most powerful league in American sports actually believes in accountability or just performs it when it's convenient. Vrabel had a chance to meet the moment, to step up, speak clearly, and own whatever needed owning. Instead, he chose the oldest play in the book. Say as little as possible, obfuscate, and let the machine clean it up.
And what I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward. And that's what I know, and I'm excited to do that. But I wanted to just address this and thank you for your patience in dealing with the private and personal matter.
And the machine, as always, is doing exactly what it was built to do. Protect its own, bury the story, and hope you're distracted by the time kickoff comes around. Shame of it? That's exactly what the majority of football fans will do. And that will make the league very happy.